Hello. Hi, everyone. This is Eugene and Andrea, your relationship strategist, the builder and the educator, helping you navigate life's most important goals,
your relationships.
I wanted to start this out by saying that our Power Couple Quickie for today is, what is it? Do you...
You should let me do that.
Okay, you do it.
Oh, you're so deep. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Okay, so it's really this really needs to be a quickie.
First, it's not a quickie. First, hey, Akaida, I just wanted to say that before we get started, that I'm just so happy to be with my friend today. I had a long day. Hey, RC. Had a long day at work today, but it's just...
but I'm sorry.
So good to be sitting here with my friend, my boo.
Had to come find me in the car because
She was sitting out in the car, so I had to find her. Hey, Keith, sitting out here with my friend, talking to my friends on Facebook, talking to my friend. What up, Keith?
Okay, so Power Couple Quickie.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Do you remember you?
No, I got it.
Okay, you do it.
Because you're gonna mess up.
She got it.
Do you know that you are free?
Do you know?
Yes. Okay, so this is what I've just been thinking about this for a minute, right? I'm going to try to get it out. Hey, Dwana, I'm going to try to get it out so it makes sense. And I'm going to try to get it out. Hey, Dwan, I'm trying to get it out sensibly. So today is Juneteenth. And if you don't know what Juneteenth is... Happy Juneteenth. People have been posting about it in videos and stuff like that.
Yes.
I'm not going to butcher the history of it. What I will say about it is... after the Emancipation Proclamation, blah, 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 there were still people all over the South that did not know that they were free. Mm-hmm. There were people of African descent, enslaved Africans that did not know they were free.
Yes. And
that brought something to my mind because I think that, it wasn't until 1865 that they actually learned it. So like Correct. If you had gone, and it was in Texas, so I'm not going to go into messing up that history. Just look up Juneteenth or read somebody's post. You'll figure it out. Hey, Moochie.
What's up, Moochie?
But I just had these thoughts about things, because in 1864, if you had gone to people in Texas, because that's where these last people were, and asked them and told them.
250,000 people.
Yeah. If you had told them, oh no, you've been free for a minute. Oh no, blah blah blah. If you had said that to them, they would have been like, no.
Love you too, Moochie.
Love you too, Moochie. They would have said, what do you mean we're free? What do you mean we're free? And It just came to my mind. I was really thinking about it over Father's Day and other days that have come. But the message that I've been really pondering how to say it, because ultimately, this is what I found in our lives. And I come, just so we're clear, that look like Stasia. I come from a place of whatever I think and do, I have to be authentic to myself.
Yes.
So I don't try to walk in an experience that someone else is. My husband was like, well, what context do you mean free? Are you talking about just black people? I come from my context of being an African-American woman, a woman of African descent in this country. Mm-hmm. But I believe that many of the principles that we have had to learn to live with and navigate by, that they're applicable to other people everywhere. Mm-hmm. So my context is Juneteenth today. But what I am talking about is the fact, hey Reggie,
what's up, Reggie?
That we can be free from something.
Yes.
And we not know it. We can be free and not know it. Now, I pondered how to say this because there are people that experience things in different ways. I'm not going to talk about police brutality. I'm not going to talk about the criminal justice system. I'm not going to talk about all these things that could come into play that would make people say, yeah, but what about this? What about that? I'm not just talking about, hey Sarah Anna. I'm not just talking about the things that happen where people are imposing things on us. Mm-hmm. One of the things that's very important to me is that we as people, as individuals, understand the role that we play in our freedom, in our liberty.
Yes.
Okay? I'm going to be very honest with you.
Be honest. So,
sometimes when people say things like if they talk about their bad or their negative experience, well, I had a challenging There was a post I commented about that commented on, I think it was Madame Nior. I happened to be the first one to post, and I made a comment that I actually saw some of my Facebook friends on there, like, kind of comment about. They were like, don't discredit this woman's...
Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, don't discredit this woman's negative experience with her mother. Hey, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Hey,
Happy
Michelle.
Juneteenth, everybody.
Don't discredit someone else's experience. Don't discredit it. Sometimes in our own pain, okay, and I speak to myself and anyone else it applies to, sometimes there are freedoms that are there that we don't know about it, but then when someone tells us, even then, we still hold on to it. Okay? You have those that are like, black love doesn't exist. Now, whether you a black love, you married somebody else or whatever, I'm talking about themes, okay? Black love doesn't exist. This thing doesn't exist. Black men, there are no good black men. Black women, all black women got attitudes. This, and this. There are no this. There are no that. We take these generalizations and we say, this is the truth. Okay? And then when something is presented to us that says, that could kind of say, hey, I know this person, that person, or here's an exception, or there are some people doing things, it's hard for us to embrace it. Sometimes it's hard for us to hold on to it because in that area, we have not accepted yet that we are free. My encouragement, and he's quiet kind of because I just really been wanting to figure out how to say this.
This is your spot. Say it for us.
If there are areas in your life that you figure out, and someone might come to you, hey, Nicola, someone might come to you and say, hey, girl, you know you're able to do this. You know you can help your kids get some scholarships to school. Hey, girl, you know, well, no, you know, you got options. You can do this. Girl, no, you ain't got to do the, hey, man, you know, you can do this thing. You can do that thing. Sometimes, and you can just give me a thumbs up if you've ever met people that are kind of stuck. We can get stuck. You know, everybody that was emancipated, every enslaved African that was allowed to go free, some of them did not choose to go. Everybody did not want to be free.
Right.
Everybody did not think it was a great idea. And sometimes that mindset is in the same, it stays with us. Sometimes when we can be free, hey, Tulani, I love you. Tulani? Sometimes when we can be free, when people look and say you can be free, the unknown just scares us to death.
That's right.
What if I open myself up and I get hurt? At least I know, you know, what did they say? The devil I know is better than the devil I don't know. Okay? Sometimes we'll choose to stay in these places that are painful, these places that hurt us. We surround ourselves. Hey, Randy, we surround ourselves with people that feel and can accommodate that pain. What I am saying is, listen, in whatever area that is, remember, there is some area that you are free. Someone has been trying to tell you something, whether it's your job, whether it's your family, whether it's whomever. In some area of your life, you are free, and you haven't acted on it yet. Right. And I am saying to you, and my encouragement, and I've been like, how am I going to say this? Because I know that there are 5 million different ways it can be taken. Listen. With all the fighting that we are doing for injustices, hey Franklin, with all of the fighting and the work that we're trying to do to make things right, as much as we fight to improve situations and to make life better for people, there are still areas where we have not decided that we will walk in freedom. It might be with just the way that you express your physical appearance. Maybe it is just the way that you choose to love whoever you are with. Like, I'm going to love them. I'm going to try this thing. I'm going to try to not be so guarded. Yes. What if this is, listen, let me tell you.
Tell me about. Talk to me.
Okay, so my husband and I have been together for 24 years. But like clockwork, every 5 years, Andrea had issues. I've been doing good though, right?
Tell the truth.
Okay.
You've been
Have
good.
I? Better.
You've been doing good.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on you.
So, Andrea, hey cousin Randy, hey Valerie, Andrea, well, have to. We could be in the most coziest, beautiful place, and I don't know what happened. Something would come in my mind and say, girl, why are you getting comfortable with this man? Now, we already got 2 kids. Then we already got 3 kids. But
why you got 4 kids?
Why I got 4 kids? I'm still hearing this
thing. 2 of
thing.
them are gone now.
Yeah, in my mind. Now, I haven't done it lately.
No.
But I would be sitting there. I would be like relaxed on him and loving him and like, oh, what a gift. And I'm so happy. And something would come to my mind. Girl, you better get your life together. What? Why you all cozy up on this man? Literally, out of nowhere. And he would look over at me and say, what just happened? And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, nope, something just happened. And when we were first married, the first 5, 10, 15 years, it would happen out of nowhere. I would feel so bad because it was my process. And he would look at me and he would say, you still don't trust me yet. That's what he would say. He would say, you still don't trust me. I said, it's not that I don't trust you. And I mean, it came from nowhere. I can't tell you somebody called.
What's up, Dr. Rob?
I can't tell you what somebody did. It would just be out of nowhere. Something would say in my mind. It would be like, don't get cozy, girl. He ain't no different than no other man. He ain't no different than all your friends. The man just walked out the house. And I would go like, oh, I got to get myself together. I'm getting too comfortable with him.
Getting guarded.
And I would like, I got to get this together. I got to get this together. And I would like block off. And he felt it. He would look up, what just happened to you? And I would say nothing. And sometimes a tear would come down my eye. And I'm talking about out of a love fest, like, oh, I love he. And our next thing is like, and he would just say, it's okay. He said, you're still dealing with things. 10 years into marriage. 15 years into marriage. I am not even exaggerating. I was still
holding on.
I was still
remember you are free.
I just couldn't let it go. And then I would have to walk myself out of that. Like,
so what's some of the things that kind of help you with that? Since we're talking to our family and we're talking about remember you are free. Hey, Sandra, what kind of things that, kind of help you? What kind of help? Hey, Jamal.
For me, what it ended up being was just, it literally was a thing of where I was afraid to really, really take a risk. I don't really believe in fairy tales. I believe you make decisions that are like calculated. You do your best. You look at all the possible outcomes. I'm very analytical. You look at all the possible outcomes. So I know I'm a little different than some of other people might be, but I looked at it and I said, okay, besides the fact that he hadn't given me...
Yeah, Doc, I need you with the extinguisher. That was back in the beginning.
Wait a minute.
We are back
You know what? We'll have to show them that another time. Robert, I'm not thinking about you. Whatever. I'm fire, baby. I'm hot. Anyway, so the thing that helped me, I think the most, was a decision. And I just decided that I was going to stop being afraid.
Yes.
I was going to stop being afraid of you. And this sounds how it will sound. Take it how you will. I decided that I have a belief. My belief is that whatever, okay, I'm just going to say it out. Okay.
Go ahead.
It won't sound all pretty and lovely, but you know how I am anyway.
Say that thing,
okay.
Baby.
I believe that sometimes when we do the fairy tale thing and it's like, oh, I love him and I can't, and oh, I'm going to die without him. I believe that when we do those things, that we give people power that they weren't intended to have in our lives. And I had to deal with that. Anyone that has that kind of power in your life has the power to destroy you. Anyone that has the power to say a word and you shift and you change has the power to annihilate you.
Wow.
And I am awfully protective of myself. And I had to figure out, why am I so afraid? When I looked at the situation as it was, the way that I was viewing my love for you was in a way that I had looked at every way, the way that people said, love, oh, love, oh,
Yes.
and it just takes over, and you can't think straight and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was running from.
Okay.
I didn't want to not be able to think straight. My God.
Look, Randy. Randy says that the world is a better place because of you to share with us like this.
Oh, thank you, Randy. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
So, I appreciate you. I decided that I needed to shift what I felt love was.
Wow. Very good.
And to look at it more realistically.
Right.
I didn't believe for 1 minute that you wanted me to love you with abandonment of myself.
No, not at all. Because that, you know what? So a few things is coming at me as we're talking about remember that you are free. Like, you know, as I hear you talk, you know, I think about one of the reasons why we can remember that we can free and we can get away from some of the fears that we tend to hold on to would just be a remembrance of where our ancestors have come from and where we are today.
Yeah.
And we're much further along and thankful for the shoulders that we're standing on. And so sometimes we get so caught up with thinking about ourselves and our predicament that we tend to implode. And if we take into consideration of all the shoulders that we're standing on and how high that we are at this particular point in our lives and where we're trying to cast our legacy off to, sometimes that can take away the fear. And then as it relates to loving one another, you know, and that was funny that you said that because I saw that in our relationship. You know, it's like, you know, I would look for you to lay your head on my chest, but it was like maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 years in a marriage where, you know, that comfort wasn't there. And then when you were listening to what examples of love, what you thought love may have been or what I thought love may have been, it's not just a releasing of yourself, but it's more or less trusting in the creator that's in me.
That's
and
right.
trusting in the creator that's in you. So it's not like you're giving yourself over to disappointment, but you're giving yourself over to a common vision that we're both walking into. And so when you've made a free decision to say, you know what, I believe in this person because this person has taken a valued interest in me and my life and our vision together, the blueprint that we've laid out, then that's my decision and I'm standing and holding true to that. And
he used to tell me all the time, what reason have I given you to ever think that this would happen this way? What reason have I given you to think that I would do these things? And he had never given me a reason. He had never given me a reason. But to me, the fear that I felt that made me like jump back, even dealing with this wonderful man, is the same fear we have about trying to do new things at all. You know, we forget, like, we run to this place like, oh no, what if I fail? Oh no, what if I get hurt? I love him every day, one day at a time. I don't this is me.
A blanket call, I love, and then just run away.
And then every day I make a decision, I'm going to love him.
Right.
Every day I make a decision that I want my life to be with his and whatever.
And every day I make a decision that I'm going to do right. It's not one day that I go out the house and think that I'm going to take for granted that she going to love me when I come back. I try to think of ways to recreate the newness in me for our relationship because I realize that I'm no better, you know, than I was when I left the house. So what am I trying to do to prove my love for myself and prove my love for you, prove my love for my boys, you know, and I know that that's a constant discipline. Love works.
It does.
Love works.
Love is work. It's not just this gooey thing.
It works when you work it.
It's not a gooey thing. So, I mean, I guess the whole context of
so don't forget that you're free.
Right. The whole context of that. Maybe for one person it's not relationships. You ready to say yes? Maybe for some people it's not relationships. Maybe for somebody else it's a job, it's work. It's doing something that, you know, is risky. Something that someone tells me you should. If I were you, girl, I wouldn't do it. I would just stay where you are, man. You know
what? Why you say this? One thing is just, and I want you to get back to your point. But one thing that's ringing true to me as we talk about this, is our relationship with our ancestors. I think one of the key things that kind of helped me in my breakthrough was to realize that my history didn't start in slavery.
That's right.
Right? And so we have friends that are in Africa. And we know a family in Africa, and we know that when they get in spots, right, when they're difficult, they go back to their ancestral tree. You know, I am a daughter of so-and-so. I am a son of so-and-so, son of so-and-so, son of so-and-so. And so I think that when we talk about freedom and liberty, it's important that as we think back and remember our legacy and our rich heritage, that helps us put a finger on who we are and where we've come from. Now,
I think that's
for some of us, we may have to go back farther and think about our ancestral ties in Africa. But I'm just saying from just a point of just thinking back and grasping, back to those positive notions that your heritage didn't start, in enslavement.
And I think that goes, I was telling him, I think it goes for anybody. I think it's for whomever. Hey, Andre. I think it's for whomever, whatever that is, wherever you need to go back to pull your strength, to say, this is what I'm standing on.
Yes.
The biggest thing is remember that you're really not doing this by yourself. You are free, and you're going to be presented with notions of freedom every day. Okay? Every day, something is going to come that's going to say you're free.
Yes.
Every day, there'll be an opportunity that will reinforce your freedom. And you will have the choice of how you want to move forward.
Yes.
Every day, there's going to be, I just believe that that every day, for a student in school who says, they don't have this, I'm in a horrible school system. Guess what? My question would be, hey, cousin, my question would be, what are you doing in the school system where you are? See, while people are fighting for improvement, are you in class doing what you need to do?
All right.
While people are fighting,
talk about it. Responsibility.
are you doing what you can with what you have?
All right. Talk about your responsibility.
We had a song, remember the song Lauren did? You got to use what you got.
Take charge.
Use what you got. And use what you got. Take charge.
Dun, 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 and use what you got.
And then it said, what's that you've got in your hand?
That's an oldie but goodie, y'all.
You got to use what you got. You got to use what you got. Use what you got. Remember, you're free. Use what you got. Remember, you're free. Use what you got. Somebody's going to come and present opportunity to you. And the first thing you're going to feel is, I don't know. I don't know if I should. But take charge and use what you got. Mwah! I love you guys.